Hello, I'm just going to go over week 5 learning resources and assignments. This week we will be looking at providing therapy to people across the lifespan. You'll see in the learning resources that the articles are divided between children, adolescents, and older adults. So you are to choose one article from each group. You can see that there's a variety of different approaches within each age category. For instance, for children, I know some of you have already studied or referenced trauma-focused CBT, which can be very effective for trauma with children and adolescents specifically. So that is an approach that is more directive and structured. And then you will have these readings by Gary Landreth that is more, it's child-centered play therapy approach. So it is more non-directive and kind of focused on exploration through play. Then moving on, you have articles for adolescents. This can be anything from understanding the brain for adolescents to countertransference to treating and understanding self-injury, which unfortunately is something that can tend to begin around the adolescent stage of life. Then we have older adults. We have some information about the LGBTQ population in older adults, as well as CBT, cognitive therapy, and motivational interviewing. Moving down, we have a few videos. You'll see that there are some required excerpts. We have two videos on child therapy. So it can give you a little bit more of an understanding of work with children. We also have a video of psychotherapy with gay, lesbian, bisexual clients, with older adults, and then a video regarding trauma-focused CBT with children and adolescents that you can see here. So it is a little bit more heavy on the videos this week. Hopefully you find that helpful. So now we have our first discussion for the week. This is the Clark family case scenario. So you are going to read the case of the Clark family. And after reading the case, I want you to choose one individual member of the family and identify how you would work with them clinically. So this will include an assessment, interventions, and specific techniques, how you would carry out those techniques. I don't want you to just indicate, this is the theory that I would use. I want you to say how you would apply that theory. So you can see these bullet points here. Why do you think they're experiencing the current problem? That would be more of the assessment. What would be the priority to focus on? Your treatment planning there. What method of treatment would you use? That would be the theoretical approach. And then describe some specific techniques you would use. As usual with every time that we're providing an assessment and treatment plan as well as interventions, we want to identify some challenging areas that you might face in working with them. So here you could identify just general challenges or maybe some suspected countertransference that might arise. And then within this discussion, you are going to follow up with at least one classmate. For our second discussion this week, it is another case scenario. I'm sure you've all read the case of Anita that you've used throughout your education at Widener. So for this post, you're going to be specifically outlining how you would provide psychoeducation to Anita about her son's issues. So this would be, how would you educate Anita about what might be going on with her son and what might be helpful for her. So you can take any of the resources that we've read this week or from, past weeks as well to kind of educate her about the developmental phase that her son is in and how his experiences may be impacting his behavior. Make sure to reference and cite some course material so that I know that you are informing your psychoeducation on specific sources. And then you are required to respond to at least one classmate and provide some feedback. Maybe you can identify some things that you have also discussed in terms of the psychoeducation, or maybe just validate some things that maybe they had mentioned that you didn't think of before. So as usual, the initial posts are due by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. and the responses are due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Please reach out if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great week.